In the Bally's parking garage. Actually, a lot of the infrastructure for F1 east of the strip is done. Let me show you this for a second before I get into today's content. So that is for F1. I don't know exactly what it is. Like, you can't even see Ellis Island anymore. That is the Platinum Hotel, and Ellis Island is like between that structure and that structure. It's right over there. This is always there. It used to be where Hell's Kitchen was filmed. Now it's for like Battle Bots, whatever that is. But a lot of infrastructure over there, that white in the like middle ground, and I'm just seeing it as I'm filming, so I thought I would show you. But something that's come up a couple times, kind of in passing. Herbs and Rye mentioned this once last year. We were talking about like our stats, and it came up how infrequently I have a large losing day, and he said like he would love it if that were the case for him, but when that's the case for someone, you probably don't have that many days of like plus 1,000 throughout the year. You know, it's tough to have it both ways. And also Cali, California, we met at Bellagio last year, around this time last year, and he comments on a lot of videos. When I was in Colorado, next to that lake Dillon, and I was talking about low variance poker, he left a comment in that video saying he plays a similar style. And yeah, there are not large or frequent losing days, but the converse also doesn't happen that much. It's tough to have, you know, very few large losing days and very frequent huge winning days. It's tough to do both. So I looked back at my stats, and I am going to get more technical and specific with some graphics at the end of the video, but for right now, I looked at last year. Last year, days of losing a buy-in or more. How many days did I go out and play and lose a buy-in or more money than that? $300 or more. It only happened about 3% of the time. How many days did I win a buy-in or more? It happened around 18% of the time. Almost 1 in 5 days I went out, I made a buy-in, and it was very rare, only like 3 times a month, to lose a buy-in or more. This year, it's different. I think this year it's around 8.5% of the days this year so far, at least up to the day where I put all these numbers together. Look back at my data, it was like 8.5% of the days I had lost a buy-in, and I think it was around 16% of the days I had won. So a little more of the losing days this year. And then I also went back to 2021, and it was pretty similar to last year. I think it was like 8% of the days 5% of the days I lost a buy-in, and I think around 18% of the days I won at least a buy-in. So they're not like massive numbers. I don't go out and have like 2K days or like $1,500 days. That doesn't happen that often. But if you wanted to separate it, how often do I lose a buy-in in a day? How often do I win a buy-in in a day? Win way more often. And I didn't get into the severity. This is more of a frequency video. Like, my best day ever is more than 2.5x the severity of my worst day ever. So if I wanted to get very, very technical, I know that my winning days are more severe than the losing days and happen more frequently. This is more of a frequency video because it's come up a few times. So I'm going to go to the graphics now and break it down a little better for you, how often the past 3 calendar years I've had losing days of between 1 and 2 buy-ins, how often I've had losing days of 2+ buy-ins, how often I've had winning days of 1 to 2 buy-ins, and how often I've had winning days of 2 buy-ins or more. Here are the graphics. So maybe a little more clear visually, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Open up a grid, and here we go. Columns are the years, this year and the past 2, and horizontally I got the amounts, losing and winning. First, let's put in total days played, because that's going to be, you know, the denominator. I want to buy in this many times out of 227, for example, in the year 2021. So here we go. 2021, how often did I lose 1 to 2 buy-ins? 14 times. Lose, red. How often did I win a buy-in? $300 to $599. 30 times. Green. For, you know, money, winning. What about the extreme days? I only lost 2 buy-ins plus once, but I won 2 buy-ins plus 13 times. Now, 2022, last year, a lot of it during the channel, lost a buy-in, 1 to 2, 9 times, but I won a buy-in between 1 and 2 buy-ins 43 times. And then extreme days, only lost 600 plus once, but I won 2 buy-ins or more 12 times. Now, current year, up to the time of getting the data together, lost 1 to 2 buy-ins 17 times, but I won 1 to 2 buy-ins 28 times. And what about the extreme days? Lost 2 buy-ins plus twice, and won 2 buy-ins plus 7 times. So these are just numbers, and maybe even a little clearer than this, percents. So 2021, there you see it. 6% of my days I went out, I lost 1 to 2 buy-ins, and half of 1% I had a really bad losing extreme day. But winning, 13.2% of the time I won 1 to 2 buy-ins, and about 6% of the time I went out and I won 2 buy-ins plus. 2022, there are the percents. 3%, a very small extreme losing percentage, 0.3, but the winning percents are a lot better. And currently this year, 8% of the time I've lost a buy-in, less than 1% of the time I've lost 2, but I have won a buy-in about 13% of my days, and won 2 buy-ins plus about 3% of the time. So if we look at the past 3 years, it is a pretty good sample of days played, of hours, not a great sample of years, breaking it down by year. There's only 3, but this is what I have. So let's look at what's about the same. First, how often do I lose 2 buy-ins plus? It's been under 1% every single year of the past 3, so that's pretty much the same. And how often do I win between 1 and 2 buy-ins, between $300 and $599? That's all about the same. It's all between 12.5% and 14.5%. The kind of outliers, this isn't a very thorough, technical analysis, but if there are outliers here, 2 years ago, I guess I won 2 buy-ins plus, a little more than usual, a little more than last year, a little more than this year. So that number is a little higher, the highest in that row. And last year, I guess I was avoiding days of minus a buy-in to minus 2 buy-ins, because 3% is pretty low. The year before it was over 6, and currently it's over 7. But last year, I was losing between $300 and $599. Under 3% of the time I went out to play. So yeah, I guess the point is, it is difficult to have very few losing days, and when they happen, very low severity, and then also have days of winning 4 buy-ins, days of winning 6 buy-ins, something like that. My winning days aren't massive, but the losing days are infrequent, and they are small, and the winning days are pretty frequent, even if the severity isn't huge. I think my best day this year is plus 1,029. I mean, Herbs and Rye had a several $1,000 day 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's probably had a bunch this year like that. So my best day this year, plus 1,029, but this is the style I like. I play within certain volatility bounds that I've set for myself, and that's what it's like, past 3 years of data.